6,000 years ago, my ancestor fled the world that we had called home for millions of years. A foolish war based solely on religious ideology, which should have long since faded into our past. The brave souls that fled from Earth on the Vandor thought that the battles they'd endured on Earth would be the final that they had ever had to face. Fleeing to Mars, they set up an entire terraforming system and rendered Mars inhabitable for the very first time in recorded human history. They lived there peacefully, refining their shipbuilding ability and mining the asteroid belt, never straying towards Earth. Instead, the Felb army raced out of their solar system looking for their enemy and located them on Mars. They once again struck with overwhelming force and drove the Martian settlers off their planet. They fled once more, this time setting up a miserable home on Pluto while they worked hard on a new, small fleet of ships. Finally, when the Felb found their laboratories on Pluto, the computer systems contained only a single message: "Catch us if you can." Then, much to the pleasure of Major Madeline Valentine and her people, the station detonated and destroyed the few ships the Felbs had managed to build. The survivors of the Felb takeover on Earth headed for the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy, near the Omega Nebula. Near the nebula, nearly 50 years after they'd struck out from Pluto, they located a world in the habitable zone of a yellow dwarf star not unlike Earth's own sun. They named this planet, appropriately, Vandor. It would be nearly 6,000 years before the new people of Vandor would discover that their ancient enemy had not forgotten and had only grown more powerful. My name is Destota Valentine. I am a child of Vandor, the leader of the Night Stalkers. I have lived the events which shaped our future. I have fought and destroyed more enemies than I can count. This is my story, told through my own eyes, so that others may know what became of Vandor.